I feel blessed. I feel blessed because we have people like you. It's not a time to talk for so long, but I just want to say thank you for all the work you are doing. And to assure you, I'm here to make things better. But we cannot achieve that without your cooperation. We need to work together as a team. I don't want to hear issue of his from the north, from the south, and Christian and Muslim. That and we are committed to our country, Nigeria will continue to grow. So what I can assure you is God is on our side. And we also should remain on God's side. By loving each other, by working together, and by remaining committed to our task ahead. Time will come, I'm going to listen to everybody, all the groups, whatever challenges you have, whatever suggestions you have, please do give to your leaders. We're going to talk. We'll look at them and see what we can do to make things better for ourselves. One area, if I have my way, is I've been following up with, they call them temporary staff. For a very long time. I know that with that issue, especially in schools. They're 15 years, and I think it's good, let them regularize them so that they can also work together. So we're going to pursue that and we're going to pursue your welfare. But like I said, the president is fully committed to our well-being, welfare of our staff. We should show him love by putting in our best and getting results. I've discussed with members of the armed forces. Nigerians are expecting so much from all of us. If I win, it is because we all win. If I lose, which will not happen. Because I know we are working together. So I'll not take your time, it's already Friday. Please, let's go with a new mindset. Firstly, no Nigerian is greater than the other. We are all one people. And if we have that mindset, nobody can save our country if not us. So anybody assuming somebody else will come and do it for you, nobody will do it. If we don't put Nigeria in place, all of us will suffer it. And we don't want our children to come and suffer. Most of us grew up in a Nigeria that was peaceful. We don't want our children to inherit that kind of what is going on now. And we can achieve that because God is with us. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for all your sacrifice and service. But to tell you that I'm here to serve. And God is on our side. Thank you and God bless you.
The Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wahid Jifaibu, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Anyeke, the directors here present, our distinguished guests and friends of the Honorable Minister of Defense, the gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. It's my pleasure to
Oh, okay. All right, gentlemen, straight to our final conversation. Transitions in defense leadership often come with heightened expectations, especially at a time when security concerns remain a national priority. Nigeria's new Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has formally assumed duty less than 24 hours after his swearing in by President Bola Tinubu General Musa acknowledged that the task before him is enormous, but fully surmountable with sustained commitment and coordinated action. Speaking shortly after taking charge, the minister stressed that restoring security and public confidence will be at the center of his agenda. Now let's hear from the Defense Minister.
Our loyalty is to Nigeria and the Nigerian people. The president is the commander-in-chief. The buck stops on his table. We must provide that support to make Nigeria peaceful. Shedding of innocent blood is over. Our children should be able to go back to school. Our farmers should be able to go back to their farms. We must address these issues on ground. Most of the challenges we are facing is not military solution. There are issues of good governance, justice, equity, and fairness, which we are going to encourage. So it's going to be a holistic aspect. The non-kinetic and the kinetic must work hand in hand. We cannot afford to fail Nigerians, especially ourselves. They say charity begins at home. I believe it's the mindset. If we have that mindset that we will succeed, we will succeed. To the service chiefs, I offer my full support and expect your utmost cooperation to move the armed forces to greater heights. The Department Secretary and the Civil Service Cadre, you are the institutional memory and the framework for our sustainability.
I mean, congratulations to the brand new minister. But first of all, before we get into the matter, what do you make of the reception, given to the new minister?
Well, it's just like us in the media, when one of us comes, we applaud him. So it's just you could see the difference. One of them has joined them.
Exactly.
So they have the military balance. You understand their language, you speak their language, and all that. So that's exactly what is a reflection of the fact that they have got one of them, and they could warm up to him. They speak the same language as I said earlier, and also, Musa himself, he appears to me that he is one individual that the gods love so much. Because of so much, and Nigerians, of course. Apart from those people, I have never seen or heard any negative press about him since this time. Exactly. Apart from Kemi Oluloyo, who is saying other things about. Let's take. So he's been receiving, good. Rave review, good analysis and all that. But I have a note of warning.
Before you talk about the note of warning, okay, what benchmarks do you think will define the success of the new minister in stabilizing Nigeria's increasingly volatile security landscape?
Okay, first of all, he has to work very hard to unite the military. Whether even the military, no matter how cohesive they are, there are still pockets of dissent amongst them, which of course he has to heal. He has to first of all heal the military, and then make them. He can go back to pick the Bible, the book of Genesis chapter 11, where the whole world spoke with one voice, one mind, and all of them started building the tower of the Bible. Remember, so he could also borrow from that and do that. Then the next thing, as I said, I have a note of warning is that you are loved. When Jesus Christ was loved, it's the same people who said they wanted to make him king. It's the same people who also said crucify him. So what he needs to do, as he's being loved, he should not waste. He should not waste the goodwill of what he's enjoying right now. So he's been going. People say he talks too much, but he should walk the talk. so that the goodwill he's enjoying right now, if he walks along that line and then complement it, he's going to do a lot of things because the military has accepted him. It's a reflection of the fact they want to work with him. It's a reflection of the fact that they also want to defer to him as their boss and all. So we hope that some of these things will begin to give us the desired result very pretty soon.
BK, the minister acknowledged that the task ahead is enormous, with Nigeria facing insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, separatist tensions here. What immediate challenges must the new minister, defense minister, prioritize here?
Yeah, he must prioritize the security of our people. Banditry is a big problem. Banditry is worse than terrorism now. I'm happy that Nigerians now know the clear distinction between banditry and terrorism. Because at a point, they were calling every bandit a terrorist. No, that's a clear distinction. Let's not kid ourselves. These guys, the terrorist is not in need for money. It's largely about ideology. Read all dictionary meanings of terrorism. But a bandit is in it purely for money. A lot of those guys do not even believe in God. So you can't bring ideology or this thing, if I die, I'm going to... no. The way a Shekau or a terrorist, an ISIS terrorist thinks, is not the way Bello Turji thinks. Bello Turji is just out to make his money. As a bandit, is making good money. And investing too.
Buying shares?
Yes.
You buying shares?
No, not buying shares. They are not interested in that. Not that.
No, what is saying investing? Went to work with
is it only through shares that you can invest?
I'm not joking about that.
Somebody who is buying articulated vehicles.
You imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Those articulated vehicles, he uses them to bring cattle to the south.
Imagine that.
And then going back, they go back with animal feed and all that.
Wow.
No, these are business people.
Wow.
They are in it for the money. Let's not kid ourselves. That's where the distinction is clear.
Yes, exactly.
The distinction is clear. So now he needs to identify, and it's easy to identify where we have problems. Come up with the methods and strategies to bring these things down. It's coming at the right time when Trump is on our neck and all that. We have to protect our people, whether they are in the Christian-dominated areas or in the Muslim-dominated areas. Nigerians are losing their lives.
Sure.
And he said that innocent lives, the shedding of innocent blood needs to stop. Yes. It's true. Because you go into a mosque in Katsina and kill about 50 people. I mean, it happens. In one day, Goodluck Jonathan went to campaign in Katsina State. These bandits, I think because of a conflict with the vigilante, they went into a community where maybe it's Musa, I can't remember that community very well. But Goodluck Jonathan was prepared 2015 election. They killed more than 120 people. Yes. And whether we like it or not, it's Muslims. Those guys are Muslims. So, in the grand scheme of things, both the Christians and the Muslims are losing their lives. So we have to protect them.
Yeah. All right, we have Aliwal Hassan joining us on the show. Aliwal Hassan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's Alwan Hassan. So good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you.
Babajide, I want to add, General C.G. Musa is not just the military that are happy. Every Nigerian is happy. In fact, Babajide, let me tell you, when he was removed as CDS, I was in a mosque during a khutbah by an imam. The imam paused. He extolled and then, breaking from the usual norm, he spoke about politics. I was shocked. He spoke about the sack of a chief of defense staff, General C.G. Musa. a chill moved through the room. Everybody was just calm. Not because politics had entered the mosque for Babajide. It was unusual for us, but because of who CG Musa had become in the minds of many Nigerians. Here was a Muslim Imam Babajide in a city often divided by mistrust, lamenting the removal of a Christian general by a Muslim president. It broke the familiar script where we all know, and it challenged the pattern we have come to expect. And in that moment, I found myself asking a simple question: who is this man, CG Musa? Because of course I knew him, we liked him. When he was removed, we felt bad because this is a soldier. When he speaks, you hear a soldier speak. He speaks with orders. He speaks. In fact, he was the only, I think, CDS or army chief that came with about 2 or 3 ideas that we never had about fighting banditry. The first I can always remember is building fence. He gave a kilometer, about 1,600 kilometers from Niger down to Chad and Cameroon, that we can fence it.
Okay.
America did, and they were in peace. And we can still do it. And I believe him coming in as a policy maker of the service, he will still move this. Because why we have them attack us most times and run away is because we have porous borders and they are open. A lot of people, just like you, and Juma said 2 weeks ago, they are not Nigerians. They come in from Chad, Niger, because we have porous borders, and Cameroon. Attack and go. When we
thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I watched a video when a Fulani herdsman, obviously a member of the Amoteku, was praising the appointment of General Musa, that now that there will be a clear distinction.
The goodwill is tremendous.
That there will be a clear distinction between who the criminals are and the Fulani herdsmen. But even the Fulani herdsmen themselves, they are also facing the problems of cattle rustling.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So that now they are happy that the man has come. Now they are also looking up to him to rescue them,
protect them.
To protect them. So you see where I said there is somebody that who the gods love. So he must not waste.
No,
he must not waste. He must not waste this goodwill.
He must try his best.
He must not waste this goodwill. He mustn't waste this goodwill.
He did a good job in Maiduguri as theater commander. You know, I interviewed him 3 times in that era, and we expect a lot more. As a soldier who understands the terrain and the whole ecosystem. Now he's a minister of defense. He's now wearing civilian. But he understands.
He understands,
so
exactly.
Is that lack of knowledge and understanding that made many to not believe in our civilian
leaders?
Those of them without military background. But now we have somebody with a thorough military background. Hopefully, that will really help. You remember, it could be our own area Sharon.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He was the war commander of the Israeli army.
Yes.
They cannot use it. Come. Why would you direct
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General White, Minister of Defense, the gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, are very as we welcome
a highly decorated and well-accomplished general for that matter. We are deeply grateful to Almighty God for your appointment as Honorable Minister of Defense by His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The assumption of duty today marks a significant moment for the ministry and for the defense sector at large. On behalf of the entire management and staff of the Ministry of Defense, I wish to reaffirm our collective commitment to supporting your leadership as you share the defense architecture of our nation. We stand ready to work diligently under your guidance, upholding the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, discipline, and accountability. Your appointment is a testament to the nation's confidence in your experience, character, and capability to strengthen and reposition the security framework. Honorable Minister, sir, this for us and for you is a homecoming. You are on a very familiar turf. For the purpose of formality, let me reiterate that the Minister of Defense, established 67 years ago, bears the statutory responsibility of overcoming and overseeing the nation's defense sector, safeguarding Nigeria's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and supporting global peacekeeping, tri-service, headquarters, and all associated parastatals and agencies. To effectively deliver on our mandate and achieve the ministry's vision and mission, our structure comprises both civilian and military components. We have about 7,666 staff in the Ministry of Defense. The leadership framework of the ministry positions the Honorable Minister and Honorable Minister of State as the political heads who advise the President and Commander-in-Chief on all defense-related matters. The Permanent Secretary as the Chief Administrative Officer and Accounting Officer ensures effective coordination and other statutory regulations across the civilian and military components. Honorable Minister, your appointment comes at a time when our nation continues to confront complex security challenges. The task ahead, no doubt, is peculiar. However, it also comes at a time when renewed vigor, hope, optimism, reforms, and strengthened collaboration across all security agencies are charting new course towards lasting peace. We are confident that your wealth of experience, both as a seasoned military leader and a patriot, will greatly advance these efforts. You have led from the front lines. We have no doubt your leadership in the ministry will resonate positively. Once again, sir, we warmly congratulate you and assure you of our unwavering loyalty, cooperation, and professionalism as you assume this noble responsibility of overseeing the Nigerian Armed Forces and contributing to the safety, stability, and unity of our dear nation. Once again, we warmly welcome you and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, sorry, before we go further, Honorable Minister.
Good morning, Honorable Minister, sir. Permanent Secretaries, the Director of Service.
Director, Reform Coordination and Services.
Honorable Minister, sir, the Permanent Secretary.
You're welcome. The Permanent Secretary, the Service Chief, my name is Mrs. Bukopi Gloria, the Director.
Permanent Secretary, sir. Service Chief and all the Directors. My name is Dr. Aisha Musa.
Protocol. We heard you loud and clear at the end of the channel. We are here as a team, work as a team, as the Honorable Minister rightly said. We move with. You lead, we follow.
Thank you so much.
Of Defense, are on the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, Chief of Defense Intelligence, distinguished directors and senior officials of the ministry, senior military officers from the Defense and Service Headquarters, my own members of 38 regular course, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility and a deep sense of responsibility that I address you today in my new capacity as the Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. 6 weeks ago, I was in the khaki. Now I'm coming as the minister. It can only be a God. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the trust and confidence reposed in me. I take that very, very seriously. For me, it's indeed a privilege and an honor, after serving 39 years in service, to come in and now be a Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The love Nigerians have shown us shows that people believe that we can turn the tide. Now, it is not rhetorics, it's by action. We must, firstly, as Nigerians, take the ownership of the responsibilities of the challenges we have in our country. It is only us that can solve the problem. It's when we agree within ourselves that we can deal with this that will succeed. God is with us, and He has always given us all the responsibilities for us to be able to succeed. It is left for us to do. This responsibility is one I accept with solemn reverence and unwavering commitment to the safety and security of our great nation, Nigeria. Let me also acknowledge the dedicated leadership of my predecessor and relentless efforts of every one of you in this room. When I was the Chief of Defense Staff, you gave me all the support, and I really appreciate it, and I want to say thank you. And I want to assure you that coming back as minister, we want to do more for your welfare, for your well-being, for the administration of the ministry. I strongly believe in reward and punishment. You do well, you are rewarded. We take corrective measures so that we can succeed. I don't believe in Naso we did one. We must assess everything that we're doing and see whether how we can improve on it. I believe in having a very positive workforce. We're going to listen to your challenges, and whatever we can do to address them, we'll do that. But what I count on you is to also put in your best. You know your task ahead. You don't have to wait until somebody calls you or asks you a question. Do what you are supposed to do, and that will make it easier for us as a nation. This task of securing the nation is a continuous one, and I'm aware that you have been holding the line with dedication. I commend you all. For decades, my life has been defined by a uniform, by the ethos of service, and by the sacred covenant to defend the territorial integrity and citizens of Nigeria. I therefore come to this role not as a stranger to our security challenges, but as a comrade who has been in the trenches both literally and figuratively. I have seen firsthand the bravery of our troops, the complexity of our threats, and the pivotal role of strategic coordination. Like I always said, no single individual can achieve this alone. No single service or parastatal can do it. We must work as Nigerians, making Nigeria better. Consequently, my core philosophy in steering the affairs of this ministry is simple: operational effectiveness through unified action and strategic foresight. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to operate in silos. We cannot tolerate gaps between policy and execution, or between the ministry and the services. This ministry will be a powerhouse of strategic direction, enabling support, and a relentless accountability. We must provide that support for our troops to continue to succeed. They are sacrificing their lives out there in the field, day, night, thunderstorm, windstorm, whatever the situation, to ensure that we, Nigerians, can go to bed and sleep well. We must continue to pray for them. We must continue to provide that necessary support. Working as a team, with other MDAs. Mr. President has made it very clear he will give us all the support we require and demands that we achieve success. That we have promised him. And so I want within the first few weeks, we must show that we are committed. The ministry working inside, the troops working outside. To translate this philosophy into action, my initial focus will rest on 3 interconnected pillars: enhancing joint operational synergy. We will immediately begin a rigorous review of all theater commands and inter-service operations. My door will be open, as always, to the Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs for frank discussions on equipment, training, welfare, and strategy. Mr. President wants us to present what our challenges are, with the promise that they will be addressed. So it is left for us to do the needful. Our goal is to overwhelm the adversaries with seamless jointness, not just coordination. Welfare and morale as a force multiplier. We all understand the import of morale to our personnel and staff. We must therefore prioritize the timely provision of all necessary kits, ensure prompt payment of operational allowances, and vigorously address the issue of accommodation and medical care for our personnel and their families. The injured are watching how those not injured are watching how you are treating the injured. If they are not being taken care of properly, they will not put in their best because they were scared. If something happens to them, nobody will be there. Especially those who have lost their loved ones. The families want to know what will happen. It is our responsibility to make sure we take care of them. The aspect of doing things to impugn on their own integrity, I think is not the best. We must make payments seamless. We must treat them with respect. Anybody who is laying down his life for his country deserves the best respect we can give him. And that is what we offer. So I'm going to be very, very critical about that. The welfare of our staff, the welfare of our troops. We must ensure that we adequately address them. Morale is not an administrative issue. It is a strategic one. Intelligence-driven and technology-enabled defense. The Ministry of Defense is the strategic brain of our nation's defense architecture. We must therefore leverage on technology for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. We have partners, our allies, that are ready to support us. We will reach out to them so that we can work together as a team. We will also work with other security agencies. Every Nigerian is vital to the success of Nigeria. We will foster a culture where data and intelligence drive our decisions, not just experience alone. I therefore charge the ministry's bureaucracy to be the catalyst for innovation and efficient resource management. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I expect the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, and urgency to duty from all of us. We do not have time. We are going to continue to hit the ground running. We must respect the human rights of Nigerians. If we make mistakes, we must try to avoid them. But if we make, because we are humans, we must take necessary action to ensure that we make amends. I will always continue to encourage candid advice and robust debates. But once a decision is taken, we must move as one united team. There will be zero tolerance for corruption, indiscipline, or indolence. Our loyalty is to Nigeria and the Nigerian people. The president is the commander-in-chief. The buck stops on his table. We must provide that support to make Nigeria peaceful. Shedding of innocent blood is over. Our children should be able to go back to school. Our farmers should be able to go back to their farms. We must address these issues on ground. Most of the challenges we are facing is not military solution. There are issues of good governance, justice, equity, and fairness, which we are going to encourage. So it's going to be a holistic aspect. The non-kinetic and the kinetic must work hand in hand. We cannot afford to fail Nigerians, especially ourselves. They say charity begins at home. I believe it's the mindset. If we have that mindset that we will succeed, we will succeed. To the service chiefs, I offer my full support and expect your utmost cooperation to move the armed forces to greater heights. To the permanent secretary and the civil service cadre, you are the institutional memory and the framework for our sustainability. I value your expertise and count on your diligence to translate our military objectives into actionable administrative and budgetary policies. The road ahead is demanding. It's going to be tough. Let us not take it for granted. It's going to be tough. But because we are Nigerians, we shall overcome. The threats we face are adaptive and complex, but I have absolute faith in the indomitable spirit of our armed forces and the capable minds within the ministry. And with the support and prayers we're getting from all Nigerians, we cannot fail. In closing, let me once again reaffirm my commitment to live with fairness, firmness, and loyalty to our Constitution. The President is doing everything possible to make sure we succeed. We must play our own part. The task ahead is enormous, but surmountable. We can win. We will win. The good people of Nigeria are looking up to us for results, and we must deliver immediately. I'm not here to preside. I'm here to lead, to work, and to deliver alongside you. I cannot do it alone. I thank you all as I look forward to our detailed briefings and to the task ahead. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
So there's this video of Asari Dokubo on the Twitter space, and he's saying a lot of things. Let me read this headline. It says the pronouncement of Donald Trump invading Nigeria has triggered more problems in the country. Reverend Ezekiel Dachumo has been claiming, saying there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. If I place a curse on him, he swear to God that who made him, he won't last 24 hours. This is coming from Asari Dokubo, you know, coming now to challenge what's his name, Reverend Ezekiel Dachumo. Let's see some reaction. Why on they always post this man self useless to South, Momo to Nigeria? Just sit there with a fat body and they leak all the president, both past and present. And this other person here also reacted, saying, look at someone God has already caused talking. We all know now diabetes or cardiac arrest will buy you very soon after collecting money from government. You come out to say shit, your generation will pay for your sin. That's what this person reacted. Another person here said, this man know how to fool another Muslim. He has mastered to say what they like talk against who they hate. He will return and start eating his money again. This person here said, if he can place curses on people and they die in 24 hours, he should channel those curses to terrorists so Nigeria can be walking and traveling. Nigerians can be walking and traveling freely without fear of being buyed for ransom or killed. Old foolish man. Asari, please place a curse on that fraud. Can you imagine? And this other person here said, Dachumo versus Asari. This person here said, some set of wicked souls orchestrated this lie of Christian genocide. The killing in the north has nothing to do with religion. The insecurity in the north has taken the life of Muslims than Christians. Asari Dokubo should be looking for ways to reduce his stomach instead of putting his mouth where he is not called. I think that is just it. This person here said, you want to place a curse on someone whom the Almighty God has called to the mandate of ministry. It seems like you don't know your place again. This militant wants to just shut his life for no tangible reason. It's best he focus on militant business and leave men of God alone. Asari Dokubo, I double dare you to place a curse on the man of God. I want to see something. And this other person here said, if they born Asari Dokubo well, place the curse and make Reverend Dachumo last for just 24 hours. Just place on this planet. No place on this planet Earth Asari can hide Asari can hide that the US won't find him. Maybe he didn't know Ezekiel is on US 24 hours protection. Big fan fool with empty brain. This other person here, see heart problem. If you like, no go take your diabetes medicine. They shout. This person here say, this coward again, spewing rubbish. He's now clamoring for emirship in Jos. Can you imagine? Which is a religious title. Well, thank God you for gaslight Trump. Thank you for gaslighting Trump the more. It only takes a button press to turn Asari to Kilishi. Asari Dokubo, this person say you are a big fool that I can ever see in my life. Now, you are a Muslim extremist, is now in a watch list to the world leaders, and Sharia law is about to be banned. You are crying. This is just the beginning. You will eat your eyes. Your cries can never solve anything. Now, this other person here said, This man is the most, he says the most foolish person when no more great. Please, Alhaji Dokubo, can you cause the bandit so all can die once? Thank you. You and Gumi should have been scared of seeing the sun by now. Thank God for cowards in Nigeria. Anyway, guys, this is Afsawe Dokubo coming out to lambast Reverend Dachumo. I don't know why people want to say there's no genocide in Nigeria. There is pure genocide. There is pure land cleansing. How do they call it? Try to remove people from their ancestral homes so that they will take over. But now it's backfiring. You know, the alarm has been blown. And everybody can see that this is the agenda. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.